All right, I think we're about to go live. Okay, so we are live. Just give me a moment, please.
All right.
All right.
Let's Coach Adeleke there. Good afternoon.
Hello, hello.
I
Are
can
you
hear
there,
you. You
please?
froze. Hi.
Yes, I feel. I had to go back to the group to call on everyone to join in. And
Okay.
there's somebody, I think we have two people watching at the moment. And we're live. We're live. First, I need to say you thank you, say big thank you again, once again. I know that we had short discussion before we went live, and I need to say thank you very much. Thank you for honoring our invitation to speak to the parents, the teenagers here on this group. And I am so sure that it's going to be an awesome time. And Mr. Gideon, I think we connected on Facebook. I don't really know how, but I just know that you were my friend list somehow. And he volunteered to help us publicize and talk about the Camera Is Me event last year. I think that's
Ah,
where I think that's where
yeah,
the whole connection got
yeah,
closer.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I sincerely appreciate this kind of person, the feel the free tips he shares online, and whenever I see something that resonates with him, he is not the kind of person that just comments awesome, beautiful, nice. You just see one lengthy post like that,
Yeah.
and I really like that, because it's something that I now develop myself, that you don't just comment on people's posts once it resonates with you. You have to give your own perspective to whatever discussion that you like. And I sincerely appreciate all this kind of thing from him. When I thought about the whole financial literacy thing, basic financial knowledge that every teenager should have, there was no other person that I could think of. It just came to my mind. And I sent him a DM, and as a very nice person, he just obliged. And I sincerely need to say thank you once again. Thank you. And I'm so sure that what you have for us today is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So without wasting much time, because we don't really have much time, I think it's already 12:03. So I leave the floor to you. This is Mr. Gideon Esene. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joseph Adeleke. Thank you so much, Joseph. You honor me with awesome words. I appreciate, and the replying with long posts is actually a disease that I am happy doesn't have a cure for me, right? So whether on your own post or other people's posts that has relevance, my responses or reactions will ever stay lengthy and meaningful. So that is going to be that. Thank you anyway, and it is my pleasure to be here this afternoon. Thanks to everyone who has joined live, and thank you to all that are going to also watch the video eventually. Right, it is my very pleasure to have each and every one of you here on the session. My name is Gideon Esene. I'm a business coach, a money management mentor. I do a bit of farming. My first degree is in animal science and all of that. Why do I really like having money conversations, right? One of the reasons I love having money conversations is because people don't have the money conversation, and I'm the person that likes doing what people don't do. That's one. And then the second reason why I love money conversations is because 90% of what gives humanity pressure is tied to money.
Hmm.
Is tied to money. If school fees is giving a parent headache, is money. Education, money. Housing, money. Transportation, money. Health, money. Food, money. Name that thing that is giving you pressure. Money is at the root of helping you resolve it, right? So it is why I really love having the money conversation. Why? Because like water, money goes to where there is less pressure, right?
Hmm.
So whether you agree that money is your problem or not, I am telling you today that money is 90% or even more your problem. What then is the reason people find themselves so long in the money problem? It is in their mind. Money problem is a mind problem. It is a mind problem because if you as a person is not physical money, which is only but a piece of paper, a legal tender, a means of exchange. If you as a person without this piece of paper in your hand has a mind of abundance, this piece of paper will never cease to follow you. So people remain in pressure of money first because of their mind. While I'll be speaking today, I'll be speaking and I'll be referencing Almighty God, particularly the scriptures as well. And I'll beg your pardon if maybe somewhere along my speaking I say hallelujah. I also teach in my church, so it comes out. I don't plan it, right? People struggle because a lot of them have been programmed to think prosperity is a myth. Then for some, they have been taught that in their lineage of family, it is not a possibility. All of this is happening in their head down to their mind. Then why for some, they think that it is only in a particular way that you can make money. They think that there is only one way to get riches. They also think that there is only one way to become wealthy. A lot of persons remain under the pressure lack of money creates because they don't have a financial plan right from whatever age. And I am happy today that we are speaking to teenagers. The best time for you to start pursuing riches is now. If you have ever heard of Warren Buffett, he started investing at the age of 10 and he invested for more than 60 years and he became a billionaire close to his 70th birthday. A billionaire in dollars close to his 70th birthday. So you remain in this pressure if you don't demystify your thoughts, the lessons that you've learned over the years. But it is also very, very hard to do because, like we're having a conversation at the back end, is people remain in this quagmire because at the end of a speaking session like this, it still comes back to personal decision. Money is a personal thing like health, right? But I'm telling you, one of the things that you need that is key for you to move from money to riches to wealth, and then the fourth one, which I'm also going to talk about, is your mindset. If you are able to change your mind, the way you think about money, the way you see money, the way your thought about how to make money, the way you think of people who have made money, money is going to begin to look for you. Okay? For teenagers, one of the things that they need to do with their mind is know what money is. Money is simply a piece of paper that when you do not convert it, it is the most useless piece of paper that you can find anywhere. Now, as a young person, when you make money, there are different ways to make money, right? There are different ways to make money. Uh, uh, when you hear people complaining, you can make money from their complaints, right? When you hear people talking about their needs, I made money from needs at the age of uh, GS3. My GS3, I was in, that was year 2000, that's 23 years ago, right? Started making money 23 years ago deliberately. My mom would go to buy eggs from Obasanjo farm and farms around Ogun State. When she comes back to Lagos, my job then was to just help her sort the egg by sizes, right? And then in the evenings, I'll help her distribute these eggs. But while doing this for her, maybe for a year, and so I then started to think, I go to distribute. Some customers will give me money to return to my mom. And then I immediately saw an opportunity for me to become my mom's partner. That was my mom was the one that initiated this entrepreneurship spirit in me, even though she did not suggest or say it to me. I just discovered that, oh, if she's getting egg then 520, I could sell it to our customers at 540. One, because I knew then that my mom was selling at a low price point to maintain her customers, and I knew that I am a ruthless business person. It didn't take me long. It didn't take me long. So she gives me the egg at 520. When I go to supply them, I tell them 540 and they pay. But it got to a point where it was later becoming problematic to they say they pay this amount. I now told my mom, you will be giving me this egg. I didn't have the money to buy the eggs from her. I didn't have an uncle to give me 500,000 like Dangote's uncle. I didn't have a father like Warren Buffett to give him money to buy stocks and all of that. So I couldn't procure all of the eggs from her. What I did was, this is the number of eggs. What is the rate? What is the total? I am going to do the distribution. Your mindset. I'm just speaking to mindset. Back then, after I did the distribution, I now also saw the need to hawk on days where we finish distribution and there are still eggs left, right? My mind became open to hawking. It was not child abuse for me then, it was business. So your mind, when we say it's child abuse, it may appear so, but my own mind then was, I am in business. So when I started selling for my mom, daily I sell 12 crates of eggs. And within hours, I would have finished, I would have sold out. Then I will end up playing with my friends to spend more time, right? Then go home to sleep. You know what young people do, right? Then go home to sleep. But when it became a business, my mind changed. When I go to sell and I finish selling 12 crates of egg in 3 hours, and day is still bright, I go back to load eggs again to sell because I am making money. The mind has changed. So for you, set your mind. You really, really need to reset your mind. So I was saying, you can make money from people's complaints. You can make money from solving people's needs. You can make money from resolving challenges, problems, people's relationship. You can make money from platform. Mr. Adeleke invited me and is hosting me today. And while I gave my friends to put out the flyer has gone to places, and I have been invited to speak in more than 5 places in the next 3 weeks on money to young people and adults. So with platforms, you can also make money, right? With access, you can also make money. With content, with your skill, with a product, with a service, you must make a skill. Another valuable thing within the mind of a teenager that they should do after demystification of what money is identification of what they want to do with their money. Is it to get a need or a want? If you are a young person, young people spend all of their money on wants. They want a phone, they want a laptop that they are not going to use to do anything that gives them money, just maybe watch a film or play games. They just spend money on wants. If you are a teenager, the moment after you demystify your mind of what money is, you need to identify every money you get that it is going to needs. I have things in my house that I've been using for close to 14 years. I got them way before I got married. Let me tell you what I do. When I have money, I could buy a wristwatch. I love wristwatches. But I also discovered something growing up that my friends will not buy the kind of wristwatch that I have bought, but they like to wear the same. They don't need it because they don't have the money, but they want it. So I give them my wristwatch and they give me a part of the little money that they have. As a teenager, I made my parents take care of my needs that they should take care of. It is your parents' responsibility as a teenager, as a young child, right? But whenever you resolve a problem, a need, a challenge, you use your skill and you earn anything, make sure that you put that money to a need, not a want. Growing up again, just before I left, after my junior WAEC, I think, my dad said he was going to, those that grew up with me in Lagos, Ikeja, that's in the police barrack then, right? Would remember if any of them come by this video. My dad said he wanted to buy me a bicycle. And I told him that I didn't want a bicycle. A bicycle was good, right? But then something was happening within my local area. There were too many bicycles. My mind has been open to how you can make money. So I didn't want a bicycle. I told him and we approached some of these Hausa people and we bought a particular type of aluminium from them, maybe something like a zinc, but it is thicker than a zinc though. Sorry, not a zinc, a drum, this aluminium drum. And they constructed it like a tricycle, but without the top cover, right? It has a tire in the front and two tires at the back, and it could carry 3 persons, a driver and 2 passengers. And my dad did that too. My older siblings were all in school then, most of them. And right at the back of my house, I started hiring it. It didn't seem like a possibility to my dad until I started taking money home, 670, 920. As at that time, my dad was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes." And you know what happened? They stole it. Somebody saw what it was. Instead of them to go construct their own, they stole it, right? So I am saying, as a young person, demystify your mind, change your mind about what money is. And the moment you begin to make money through solving a problem, a challenge, make sure that the money you are getting, you are putting into a need, right? And needs are basic, they are compulsory, they are important. You can buy a toothpaste and resell to your mom or your dad. You know that they need it in your house. It is a need. You could buy 5 packs of Indomie and resell within your area if it is cheaper for you to buy and resell. Even if it is 15 naira profit you get for on selling 10 that you know as a teenager it is easy for you to resell. Do that. You have resolved the need and you have increased your money by 50 naira than for you to use it to buy pef. It is good to smell nice as a teenager, right? But to what we are talking, skills you need, knowledge you need to have to move from money to riches and wealth, right? What people do now is they make money, and you make money from working a job, owning a business. Do you understand? But for how long? I'll tell you something. My dad worked for 35 years with the Nigerian police force, right? It was a job, and he was receiving a salary. That's money. And he did not see a 1 million naira within a year. Of course, because he had family obligations, right? But he never saw a 1 million naira within a year until he retired in 35 years. And they paid him his gratuity and pension, and he became an instant millionaire. He has moved from making money because he has retired, right? To becoming an instantly rich man. But I come again and tell you something about riches
Wow.
that is instant. If you become rich, which most of the time is instant, if you don't have money management skill, or you have gotten it by an illegal means, a fraudulent means, the Bible said that that money will have wings and it will go. Do you understand? So I am saying you will not move to wealth if you don't go away from making money. So as a teenager, reset your mind. Define what money is. Once you have defined what money is, go ahead and make sure that whatever you are making in terms of money, you are spending on a need or on resolving a need. Right? Now, where you resolve need, you now also have to learn how to manage that money. Very easy ways that you can manage your money. The most important one for you, skill that you need to have, is the skill to say no. No to anybody and everybody. The skill to say no. You must have it as a young person. Even at any stage, you must have it. I have it. I don't have. I don't have. It doesn't necessarily mean you are wicked or you are bad. It also does not mean that you don't have. It only means that you don't have money at that point in time for that particular person or the purpose for which that person has said he or she needs that money. And my son, intelligent boy, he understands this particular part. So he will come to me and he will say, Daddy, I want money. And I'll say, okay, because we have money conversations. I give them money, hold it. It is not hold it. It is paper. Get used to it. People that are having it filled up in houses and drums and in tanks and buried on the ground don't have two heads. Hold this money. Don't play with it. Keep it. Different. Any currency, I walk anywhere and I get, take it. See it. Know it. It is money. Make it. Manage it. Multiply it. Finish it. Don't be afraid to spend it. Don't be afraid to make it. Don't be afraid to grow it. It's a conversation. And then he will come and he will say, Daddy, I say, yeah, I want money. And I'll say, okay, what for? And then, welcome back. I lost you for a moment. I don't know if I was still on at that.
The network was bad. Sorry.
Okay, so welcome.
Just continue. People are watching already. That's why.
All right, thank you. So my son would say, oh, I want money. And I'll say, okay, what for? And then he will say, I want to buy biscuits. I say, no, I don't have money for biscuits. We ate a ton of that yesterday. You can't buy another one. I don't have money for that. And then we go, after a while, we come back again and we will say, Daddy, yes, what do you want? Money. Money for what? I want to buy sweet. No, I don't have money for sweet. But because we've had money conversations a lot, he will come back again and he will say, Daddy, I want money. And I say, money for, he say, I want money for something. What thing? He will say something. He will refuse to say the particular thing because I may just end up saying no. And it is what a lot of us do when we want to ask people for money and we don't want to eat it. We'll just tell somebody, I'm looking for soft fun. I don't know, I'm lacking resources, say it. It is like having a sex education conversation with young people. Say it, say sex, say bomb, say those things, and then I'll say, I will laugh and I will understand that he has understood what I have been trying to tell him. And I'll bring out the money and I'll say, tell me that something, and he will say it. Most of the time, it is something that I also not want to give him money for. But because he's understood the language of getting money, I will say, okay, what for? And then he will come back again and he will say, Daddy, yes, I want money. And I say, money for, he say, I want money for something. What thing? He will say something. It is what a lot of us do when we want to ask people for money and we don't want to eat it. We'll just tell somebody, I'm looking for soft fun. I don't know, I'm lacking resources, Very and I'm teaching him how to manage it. I'll give him the money, and we'll end up keeping that money here. We end up keeping that money here, right? We end up keeping it here for him. When it is the sister, we keep it here for her. You understand? We keep it here for her, right? So yeah, your ask is important. Money is to be spent, right? So you must change your mindset. You must make money. Then while you are making money, you must properly manage it. And I was saying ways to manage it. Learn to say no. Number one. The next thing you need to learn is to have a budget, a bucket, and a pocket. A budget, a pocket, and a pocket. A budget, a bucket, and a pocket. Right? I tell you, there is no way rain will fall, sun will shine. There is a bucket I cannot use to draw water. You need it. See, people say men are stingy and all of that. Do you not know that there are not a gender war, but you find that there are women also that will have money in the house, 1 million, 5 million, and the husband will say, I need 30,000. The woman will say she doesn't have. It is not a gender war actually, but women just know how to hold to their money. And I learned how to hold on to my money from my wife. From my wife. You understand? And holding on to money is not holding it in my hands. No, I mean allocation. I mean it power, allocation. So what a lot of people do is, as a young person, if you have 50,000 and that money, whether it is as a whole, you don't have how you have allocated it in your mind, then you are not doing well. If I have 5 million naira today, I know what percentage is going into a particular bucket. I know what percentage is going into a particular pocket. I know what percentage there is a budget. That is how to manage money. Another thing is convert your money. Like I said, if I am with money now and my phone fell, just like my phone fell a couple of weeks ago, I am still in conversation with the engineer that wants to change it. My screen and the amount is mentioning. First of all, the amount he called is a little bit on the high side, right? I can afford it, but nah, I won't just part with money like that. And I said, okay. He started complaining. I battered him. Said, I'll do this for you. I'll teach you. I'll show you this. And he has repaired one of my phones, remaining the second one, right? Convert your money. Now, what happened then was not like I didn't have money, but my money had gone to things, to places that I cannot convert them back at that instant and just spend on fixing my phone. My phone still works, right? So convert your money. Then another thing that you need to do to manage money is discipline. You need to discipline yourself. You need to discipline yourself very, very well. As a teenager, trust me, you have a lot of opportunity to make money. And one of the greatest gifts a teenager has at this time is age, time. If Jesus tarries, right? For the next 30 years, I'll be nearing 70. Any teenager at this time will be in their 45 or something, right? You have time to grow. You have time to make a lot of mistakes. You have time now to learn how to negotiate. It is just unfortunate that in Nigeria, they just started doing the buy now, pay later thing. It is very, very wrong on the road to riches and wealth to pay 100% for anything, and I will never do it. I will never do it. If there is a land to buy, discuss with them to pay gradually. If there is a phone to buy, discuss with them to pay. While you collect the phone, use it to make money and pay for the phone. Don't take your savings, the money that you made. Don't use it to pay. Don't use it to pay. Take the phone, take the laptop. Yeah, it is now a tool that you want to use to make more money, to pay for that tool. But the challenge of over 70% of Nigerians is the poor. I am happy by the statistics released by NBS, Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. I am not in that number. More than 90% of Nigerians don't have 500,000 within a given period in their account. I'm not in that number, to the glory of God. right? And every time I tell my wife, you are not in that number, and our kids are not in that number. God has helped us. And it is because when this particular group of people, as per their mind, make money, right? They don't allocate, they don't budget. See, it is not about making a lot of money. It is about being disciplined. It is about saying every 5,000 that I am gifted during Christmas, I'm setting aside 30%, and you do it continuously. It is about saying every pocket allowance I'm giving every other month, I'm setting out this percent, and you do it continuously. It is about saying every job that I do, either in the house or out of home, and they pay me X amount, this amount goes out to this place continuously. But the problem with the lower class is they make and they spend. They make and they spend. They make and they spend. And 99% of what the lower class spend on is on survival, food, transport to go to work and come back. A lot of them can't even afford health care, surviving. Why the middle class? They spend their money on consumption. They eat well, they manage, and the upper class, those won't spend their money on convenience. They live in a fancy part of town, they have AC, they have light, they have internet, they have that. But then again, there is the elite, and those people are the people that are taking money from these other three classes that I have mentioned. So as a teenager, if you want to be making money, serve the lower class. Sell things that the lower class consume day to day. The lower class buy oil, buy pepper, buy Maggi, buy Indomie, buy food. Sell things. If you want to serve the middle class, serve them things that they consume there. If you want to serve the upper class, serve them with convenience. They want to go to the movie, they want to enter Uber, start that kind of ride, have conversations around that. Just let your mind be open, right? So you must move your mind, change your mind. You must make money consistently. Then you must manage it. And I say you manage it by saying no, by budgeting, by allocation, and by pocketing. You manage it by converting your money either to another form. So if you earn in naira, you can convert in dollars to hedge against inflation. You could also reinvest it. You could use it to buy, like my dad did for me, a type of bicycle or something, and hire it to people and let it make more money. Because if you keep it and you are not disciplined, you will spend it, right? So you manage it. Then you move to multiplying the money. If you don't make money, if your mind don't change, you can't make money. You will still be cursing people that are making money that they are doing fraud. Someone said something recently that any father or mother at this age that is threatening their young adult kids with, I will not pay your school fees or you leave my house, that father is not very aware, and it is the truth. If that child is a child that is not being wicked, and is not being silly, but has an understanding or a path that the parents are yet to come to comprehend, right? And they send that kind of child out, the child may struggle, but if the child sits on that path of identifying what their purpose is, that child will survive, that child will thrive, that child will succeed, that child will come back to pay the house rent for the parent and build a house for them. See, there are conversations I can't have with my dad even now, because if I tell him the things that I do as easy as I do them and how much I get, he may faint for not waiting to be born. I mean, he worked for 35 years. You see $1 million. There are cars, I can't tell him that this is the car I'm planning to buy for my wife. He will like, the money that it took him X number of years to see. You want, it's a conversation. But now I'm saying that because even at this point in time, there are people whose mind is still locked in the future or impossibility. Abundance is not only in the future, it is not only in heaven, it is here, it is now, it is there. So if you don't open your mind that I can see a car, I can make the money to buy it, and I will buy it and I will drive it. I used to tell people, if it were possible for me to go to events with short pants, I will be doing that.
Right.
I'm telling
Right.
you. And if it were okay for me to just wear easy slippers and sandal, I will be doing it like latchets,
Right.
like early apostles and disciples. Because the thing is, when it comes to the things that are very much important, I know it could be relative to different people. I am happy where I am because that is the whole essence of what money actually is, right? There is no point or no amount of money that you will make as a person that is enough. And if you don't have contentment and you are not a simple person, you will not enjoy your money and you will die eventually.
Hmm.
There is a story of a man that made billions. There's a video I watched. Billions and billions, and he took holiday. He was on his ship, on his yacht, sailing. Then he got to a place and he sat. And then he saw a small fisherman. The man threw his hook into the water and he caught 4 fish. And then the man stopped fishing, rested in his boat, and brought out, I don't know, I'm not going to say, but he brought out something to be consuming to relax himself. Then the very wealthy man went there and said, "Hey, I thought you were fishing." He said, "Yes." "Why did you stop fishing?" He said, "Because I've caught enough fish." He said, "But you caught only 4." And the other man said, "And so?" And then he said, "But you're supposed to catch more." He said, "So when I catch more, and then what?" He said, "Then you will now sell to more people. And then what? And then you have more money. And then what? And you buy a bigger machine. And then what? And you use the machine to be catching fish. And then what? And then you'll be selling to more people. And then what? And then you'll be making. And then what?" And then you'll be very rich and you'll be relaxing yourself. And the other small man that caught only 4 fish and is relaxing said, "What do you think I am doing now?" So the goal about money is not even about making a lot of money.
Ah, at the end of
It
the
is not
day,
about,
what you are
it is
trying to
not,
change is what you already have.
I'm telling you. So the big man is even, so the goal is not even about making billions and billions, right?
Yeah.
It is about making money, being contented, and living simple. I am not as, I don't even have money, sir. I'm just a little, I'm even in the lower class still. You understand? But I have a knowledge that people who have money, like I used to say, don't have. And a lot of them are afraid now because they are retiring soon and there will not be salary to live lavish as they have been living. And those people don't know how to live simply. Again, it is a very difficult one. And I am happy for the group of people that I've been speaking with in the last 3 months. From NNPC, I'm going to say, right? Oil and gas firm. They are afraid now. There's a downsizing, there's an economic downturn. People are retrenching staffs. And those companies are sponsoring staff to go learn how to live after a recession is already here. Technically, you know. So you must learn how to change your mind, make money, manage the money, then multiply. How do you multiply it? Every money that you have, you must add 1 to it. If you have 1,000, you must pursue yourself to make it 1,010 naira. You must pursue yourself to make it 1,000. See, I read Mafia Manager, Machiavelli. I recommend it to anybody. That book is bad. Like it's good, though. Like, we say bad when something is good in Nigeria. Mafia Manager, The Richest Man in Babylon, Atomic Habits, Psychology of Money. Ah, bros. And I say it, the moment I'm having conversation with people, you think since you and I connected, I have not been thinking of what we can do that I'm going to make money, I'm going to make money, everybody's going to be happy. We cannot just be writing posts online. I don't play like that. I cannot play. I have technically 5 children. They are going to school. September, I'm paying several hundreds of thousands. And I told my phone repairer a couple of weeks ago that, let me tell you something. When September comes, I don't blink, I don't fear. I don't work to pay my children's school fees. I don't work to pay my house rent. If I continue to do that, I'm going to die. I'm going to look 45. I'm only 36. So I have set up systems and structure and done certain money moves that month to month, year to year, they solve those things. Because like I said, those things are the basic things. But if you continue to make money without managing and multiplying money, all your workings, those things are going to take it. And the moment you are making money and you are settling those things, most people don't have anything left for them. So you must multiply your money. So every money you have, if you have 10,000, make it 11,000 in 30 days. Make it 12. Make it just plus something on your money, plus it. That's one. The next thing you can do is leverage. To multiply your money, leverage. Thank you so much, Joseph Adeleke. This is a very, very big leverage for me. I've been thanking you across social media and even on WhatsApp. I don't know why it dropped, but like I said, the day you sent me the message to do this, I was actually in a session at Lagos Continental Hotel, and I was like, oh wow. I was here and I was just laughing, and all what I was even going to say now was just coming together in my mind. Oh, teenagers, beautiful conversation. So this is a leverage. And you also know that the broadcast of this invitation, I have gotten invitation to speak again, is a leverage. I am multiplying whatever money you have paid me by leveraging again on your platform. Leverage. Then you could take investment options. I know that for teenagers, it may sound too big, right? But it is actually not too big. You can read about what those options are: stock, bond, whether mutual funds and all of that. You can read on all of those, right? So every teenager must just sit down, first of all, ask themselves, what is their money mindset? There are people who will tell you till today that even if they have 1 billion, they cannot buy shoe of 150,000. It is a mindset. It is not bad though. It is their mindset. So far, they don't use it to disturb me or you.
I thought it's not bad.
When they now come to my shop that they want to buy a shoe that I am selling for 150, they don't price it 13,000. That's where the problem arises. Very good. So let it be their mind. So every person should sit and say, what is my mindset? I want a 2-bedroom at 45. Now I am 30. Where am I living? What am I earning? What do I need to do? You need to sit down with yourself and have that conversation. Then you also need to do an analysis of your risk appetite, right? But for me, there is no point in doing the analysis. Why I say that is because as a young person, you need to follow the whole 10 yards when you want to grow your money, when you want to multiply your money. Have a mid-term investment. Have a short-term investment. Have a mid-term investment. Have a long-term investment. For short-term, you could just take part of your money and put it in a course that in the next 90 days, you will get a return. You could also use it to trade, buy things and resell, right? When I was in school in ABU in Kaduna, I buy things from Lagos with my school fees when my dad was the one that was paying. I paid for my own school fees 2 years before I graduated because I was supplying grass from school to Abuja and Niger. I was looking for money and I paid my school fees then myself. So as a young person, you want to check, oh, I'm going to buy Indomie or whatever and resell and make an extra profit. You can take that route. You also want to say, usually for a laptop, I'll finish paying for 6 months. That's the long term. Then after 6 months, I'll start using it to either trade for just something that you are conversant with, and it will help you reach your goal, right? That's that. So you want to make sure that you understand the money market. You want to make sure that you understand your risk appetite. But like I have said, that one is not very much important. What you just need to do is spread your portfolio. Don't put your money in one basket. It is something that almost cost me all of my money several years ago, about 10 years ago, 10 million naira. I was doing agriculture and I was making money. I was building, and thief came in, and it was my wife that saved me. I almost died, because of the loss. So I learned to spread my money, real estate, transport. So do the same thing, right? And that's that. So it's been a wonderful session. Thank you. So re-emphasize again, I said, as a young person, Know the difference between need and want. Use budget. Make sure you spend on need. Know the importance of saving money. It is important to save. Oh, I said, don't just take money at once and go and buy a wristwatch. Save gradually for it. Don't just take money at once and buy a phone. Save for it, small, small, right? That way you are able to spread your money that you earn into different things. I'm buying a watch this month. Save, small, small. I'm buying a bicycle. That for you to just carry all your money now and go and buy one. Do it gradually. Do it gradually. So that's that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you very much. I learned so much. I learned so much. I no go lie. Make I turn out to pigeon. Make it be as it be. Do you understand? I learned so much, and I think for me, um, okay, for instance, the event that we're having for this year for Camera is Me, it's tagged if I were a teenager, and it's something that bothers me, right? And that's what inspired the book that I wrote, the second book I wrote, so that many of these things that we do not know, many of these things that we are not, many of these things that we are not aware of as a young person or an adult, we can we can correct it. We can make an adjustment, a form of adjustment from somebody that's from someone that is just growing up, from a teenager that does not know anything. And this session actually enlightened me, brought my mind to it, and changed my perspective to a whole lot of things. And I have been saying it over and over again that every every teenager needs to know so many things that we don't know when we're growing up. And I'm so happy that sorry, when we started this section, I pronounced your surname as Esen. Is when you now pronounced it that I realized that it was Esene. And I'm really happy that you came online this morning to discuss this very important thing with everyone. And I've seen so much in this my short life. I never lived too much. I still be small boy, and I'm a very small boy. I'm just 29, and I've seen so much. I've seen a whole lot. I've seen so much that I feel that young people need to do better. And
Yeah,
if this kind of mindset gets to them, then it changes a whole lot of things, right?
yeah.
I started going out to work per se at the age of 17. Right? Before then, I was only working for my daddy in his school. The man know they pay me. Right? Then I just come out myself from in hand to go and work for someone else. And I worked at IPO for 3
You are frozen. I'm not sure if anyone can hear you. Okay. Okay. So it's been a very beautiful afternoon for me. Thanks to everyone who have joined the conversation this afternoon. Honestly, it means a lot to me that you have listened in and you've watched. Thank you for all of the wonderful contribution. I saw some names and I saw points that were also written on the chat to say that you are following. It is very wonderful. So in our pursuit for money, as I close, hoping that Mr. Joseph comes again, is whatever means you choose to get money, let it be ethical. right? And then learn contentment, right? It is actually very easy. It is very easy to make money because you can learn it anywhere and everywhere. It is online. There are books that you can read and all of those things to make money. What is difficult is how to manage money, right? And the most easiest way to manage money is to be frugal, like the Psychology of Money book says, to be frugal, don't be lavish, don't be reckless. Then to be a little bit afraid, a little bit paranoid, a little bit skeptical. So if you read the Mafia Manager book, you understand it how to be your own boss, secure your own funds. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, Mr. Gideon.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, the network just took me out.
Yes, yeah, I saw. So I had to just speak again to keep the people engaged. So I was saying, no matter how, whichever way anybody choose to make money, they make sure that it is ethical, and then you pursue contentment, right? It is actually easy to make money. It is actually, sometimes I go online and I see content and content and content, and I ask myself, do people that put these things out, are they really making money?
Right?
Are they really making money, or they are just sharing this very deep knowledge and all of this? Are they making money? Are they making, so make money, but then again, but except, and you must also know one final thing, as taught by Mr. Maduka, Koskaris Motors, right? Mr. Maduka. It is the mango principle. People who don't make a lot of money, and a lot of people come into riches instantly. People play Naija bets, people play all these sort of things, right? With the little money they make.
Yes.
And some of them, when they make 30 million, they win it. Or they come into an inheritance. Mama die, papa die, they give you estate. Because you became instantly rich. Some of them don't grow their money. They were born into money, they had the mind that everything is available, right? And then they became rich instantly. They did not move to multiplying that riches into wealth. You find people like that, somebody makes 30 million naira, no good idea will come to their head because their mind is messed up until 30 million remains 6,200. Some people will be lucky and somebody will give them an inheritance and they will sell it and use the money until it remain 37,000. Then they will say, maybe I will get another one again. Their mind is messed up. So you must understand that the bread that the Bible says God gives to the eater and the seed to the sower is the same thing. The bread and the seed is the same. If you eat mango, if I give you mango, I'm not giving you only the flesh, I've given it to you with the seed. But people eat the flesh and throw the seed away. The seed and the flesh is in your hand. So don't ever overanalyze anything. This same Nigeria that we are saying there is no light. People cannot go into manufacturing. Chinese people are coming into Nigeria, they are manufacturing nylon. We are buying it. How are they doing it? We are overanalyzing. Open your mind. Good afternoon and God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think my take home from this is where you talked about the lower, middle, and one that is actually seeking for convenience. And I believe that once people think about these things, business idea is meant to flow because I don't think already. And it is very important for people to think along that line. One thing that struck me at the game is that point where you said for savings that we must have a savings, even if you are just multiplying it by 30 naira or 20 naira. I always feel, or I always assume that you just need to worry about investments, invest in this, invest in that, invest in this, invest in that. Then I saw the way you broke it down, how you said there's there's a middle term, mid-term or something like that. Then there's a long-term investment where for the short time, more like how much I think cash out fast, sharp, 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 and how
Yeah.
much I think get later, 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 later. So,
Yeah.
so that this one can serve me now, while that one serve me later, and
Yeah. Yeah.
spreading, having different investment portfolio.
Yeah.
My niece, one of the beautiful thing I picked from her, and I included a story in my book that I'm going to be publishing, where she created, she started, she bought Eve. You know Eve, right?
Yeah.
That sachet juice.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
bought Eve, then she would go to the fridge, the keg of water, pour it in a bowl, and put the Eve there, put it in a sachet lilo, and started selling it to her friends. And they were buying it. Like they buy it. And I would look at her like, Jesus Christ, this guy, the cash out from my head. and and it's very, very interesting. One time she
Yeah.
bought ice cream, I've written in the column, all these yogurt and all these things. Just half carton, maybe for 800 naira. And again was 200 naira. She sold everything. And I was like, somebody that is as young as this, you just need to be disciplined enough to know where she's going to. While you were talking, I was just thinking about all these things. That there are so many things
Yeah.
that people can do. So many things that people can do. And I really, really appreciate this. I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time. I'm sincerely grateful. Please, if any of you have a question for Mr. Gideon before we are about to round up. We had comments. I don't know if you were seeing it when I was making it show up. People made comments while you were talking and all this kind of thing. You can see that, right?
Yeah, abundance is but only in the future. It's not only in the future, but here now and yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
abundance is
yeah.
there. Somebody
Yeah.
made
So,
55 million naira yesterday.
damn.
Another person got
I
70, close to 60 million. So people are making money. We can't, if your mind don't change,
People
money
already
can
look down on Nigeria.
thank
Everybody's on the
you,
jackpot.
sir.
So
Sir.
everyone assume that we need to leave this country. That's where we
No,
can make money. Please.
I'm not going. Let me even tell you something. I'm afraid of injection. So it has been restricting or putting a lot of wahala for my international trip. I'm telling you, this is a confession, right? But it's going to happen because recently that I broke down suddenly and went in for checkup and treatment, I submitted to be for blood sample to be taken. It usually is very difficult, and I'm happy that I don't even break down easily. Let me tell you something that anybody here can do. See, whether you like enjoyment or not, if you have friends who love enjoyment, host a get together. Go and price fish or chicken or anything that those friends like. Tell them everybody come together, donate 733,000. If 20 friends donate, that's 60,000. Use 45,000, prepare the merriment. You have made 15,000. What is wrong with people?
Business.
What is wrong with people? You know, just no, just no, no, because those friends even go out to places to eat them. So just bring
Thank
them
you
together
very
with your
much.
friends. They know you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If we say make we wait for you, we don't go finish. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
everyone. Have a
sincerely
wonderful
grateful, and
afternoon.
I believe that once the replay is out and people get to watch it, people would enjoy this conversation. So it's beautiful. Thank you very much, and I wish you good
Thank you.
luck. I
Thank you
wish you
so
more
much. Thank you.
success. I wish
Thank
you
you.
more speaking engagement that would result with millions of dollars in
Thank
Jesus' name.
you.
Thank
Amen.
you
Amen.
thank you
Amen.
very
Amen.
much.
Thank you so much.
God
Good
bless
afternoon,
you,
everyone,
and
and
bye
have a
bye.
wonderful weekend.
And
Bye.
you too. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah.